name is Innichka Chef and welcome to my kitchen. Today in episode I'm going to show you how to make cheese. My favorite cheese, the cheese I grew up called Tvorog. And here I want to show you how beautiful and crumbling cheese, and this cheese has so many uses, especially in my kitchen. And I already 2 years ago made a blog about how to make, but today I make video to show you actually how easy to make. You don't need any equipment and just takes a few steps and you will be pro. This cheese makes so many great recipes, savory and sweet, and I already published how to make vareniki. It's a famous Ukrainian dumplings with this farmer's cheese, Tvorog, and herbs. I also have sweet apple stuffed with this cheese. Also I have Zapekanka, which is mean baked Tvorog, and it's kind of like cheesecake, but even better, I think. We made for special occasion. It's so good, and I'll link below all those recipes. Also, if not while ago, I posted for Valentine's Day delicious crepe cake made filled with this cheese, and so many other recipes. I can't even remember all, and coming more and more. So this cheese has many uses, and this cheese, most important, has probiotic. So for this cheese, all you need, patience, and 2 ingredients. Milk, and usually I'm using grass-fed milk, ultra pasteurized. You can find in every supermarket, just about every supermarket. But if you're lucky enough to find from farmer's market, or maybe you live nearby some kind of farm to have organic raw milk, which is the best. Raw milk will be the best. We don't have, unfortunately, always opportunity to have, so I'm using sometimes whole milk, ultra pasteurized grass-fed. Another ingredient is kefir, and I'm using homemade. You can use any kefir you can find, even yogurt, but I hardly recommend kefir. And all we need, sometimes I make much bigger quantities. This is, I'm showing you how to make 1 pound of this cheese. And you need ½ gallon of milk and about ½ cup, 3/4 cups of kefir. I usually eyeball it, honestly, but I try to give exact amount for you. But if you add less or more of kefir, which is mean as a starter, it's not a problem, not going to affect. You'll just end up have more milk, more cheese. All you need to do, add your milk to nice, clean, stainless steel bowl. So we warm up on very low and slow. It's getting closer. You see, it's 103, and we need anywhere between 105 and 110. Oh, 106. So as you see, milk, nice temperature, and now ready to add our starter, which is kefir in this case. You can use yogurt, but I hardly recommend kefir, homemade especially. Add about ½ cup, maybe a little more, and stir. And that's it. As you see, it's so easy, and now all you need to do, cover, and that's it for 12 hours. Depends on temperature in your kitchen, can be longer or less, but I would say between 12 to 24 hours. Unless it's so hot, will go faster. You can even keep warm, like cover with something, but I usually just keep like that on my somewhere in the kitchen, and it works just fine for me. I don't fuss about it. This cheese is very easy. It's not, you don't need anything else. And 12 hours later, you have basically very thick, basically yogurt. You have, that's a base for it's a base for this cheese, and actually many other things you can do from this stage. But today we concentrate about Tvorog. And from this stage, you see, in 12 hours you will have something like this. So now you need warm up on very low, on low heat you try to warm up. And the key for this, or trick I would call for this recipe, you have to do it slow. The low heat, the better, the lowest you can get. Also to warm up in stages, which is mean you warm up little bit for 10 minutes, let cool down, just turn off and let sit for half hour, then turn on again, and do this couple of times until you see the curdles and it's those curds ready to strain. As you see, it starts slightly. You see, it gets slowly bubbling here. Get separate whey from curds. This cheese, in my country, it's a breakfast for many people. Like yogurt and granola in the United States. We ate with sour cream, actually with cream fresh, with berries, with jam, with honey. I mean, just name it. We ate as it is, or savory with some herbs, garlic, or really for many uses you can use. But the benefits of this cheese has probiotic, first of all, because we add in kefir, which has good bacteria, and I will link below. You should visit my website and see why it's good for you. Also, we reheat it very slow, and as I mentioned earlier, you have to do in stages, which is mean you on very low, you slow reheat. You don't want boiling and bubbling. You don't want to do that. You want preserve bacteria. You want to do slow and low. It's better for you. Plus, you will get more carbs, which is mean cheese, and less whey. If you rush, you end up lots of whey, half gallon of whey, and very little cheese. We don't want that. We would rather take a time and slow. Sometimes I warm up and push a side pot and go do my errands or run around and come back, pick up boys from school, and then turn on again and repeat a few times until you see carbs and whey separated, but not crazy bubbling, I would say. It's barely simmered, just for a few minutes, and then we're going to strain. And to strain, you need just a cheesecloth, and I did like fold it 4 times, and something to drain, which is mean like colander and pot. That's what I'm using. Use your thing. Use whatever you have in your kitchen. You don't need to buy anything special. Beautiful cards, and gently, carefully move to cheesecloth. And the longer you drain, the firmer cheese will be. So if you like softer, you don't have to drain as long. I like to drain 10-12 hours. But even after a few hours, you will see something looking close to ricotta cheese. And that's it. You see how easy? And now you cover and keep room temperature if you're going to drain for a couple of hours. But if for longer, you can even keep in the refrigerator, which is I often do, leave overnight, keep in the fridge. Kind of too big. If you have room in the fridge, good luck, and leave, and you can forget about it until you need it. You'll end up with some whey, more or less, depends how you speed up the process. And do not waste. Do not throw away this whey. You can use for many ways, like to bake bread, and I have many recipes on my website how to make sourdough bread, or really you can add to any bread instead of water. If you make pizza dough, add instead of water, add whey. Whey has a lot of protein and minerals, so it's good. And in some people even call whey, it's a yellow gold liquid. It has yellow color, And it's good for many reasons. You can even tenderize your meat if you marinate. You can add to your dressings. You can even make face toner. Many uses for this liquid. Do not throw away. Also, why not to add to smoothies, right? It's easy, it's quick, and has protein. So don't waste and use it. I hope I inspire you to make this recipe fast and fun, quick, healthy, and enjoy eating this healthy probiotic cheese. Give me a like and subscribe. Share with your friends. Bye. See you next time.